Thank you for coming to this BC. This BC is about the claim that Pulau Batu Puteh or Petrobranca we should appeal to the ICJ for definition, explanation, etc. The decision to drop the request to review the ICJ's decision was on the advice of experts. There were several experts who give their opinion. The most important expert is
Malcolm Shaw.
Professor Shaw, QC. And there is also Dr. Brandon Plant, but he is not the principal. The principal is Professor Shaw, QC. And this man is an expert in international law. Yeah. And their view is that on the other hand, this is Shaw's view, is that says something potentially adverse to Malaysia's interest. If we followed with the questioning the ICJ might very well reverse their decision, and we will lose even middle road. So that is why we took time to consider. And as usual, whenever the Prime Minister, and in that case, I was the Prime Minister, when I studied it, I felt that we should drop the claim. And this was conveyed to the Cabinet. A Cabinet, sometimes they debate, sometimes they don't. Unless if they have anything to complain or object to the decision that should be taken, they could have spoken against it. But none of them said anything. So we have to assume that all these ministers agreed, and they are still in the government. These ministers are still in the government. They should actually be called as witness to verify whether they said anything or not. As far as we know, they didn't.
Some of them already said, but we don't have any process in it.
Yeah, some of them should be called as witnesses. And at the hearing, the strange thing is that the hearing is secret. And I wasn't called I was called only as a witness. But apparently, the whole objective of the RCI was to point out that I made a wrong choice without consulting the Cabinet. That is not true. I mean, we consulted the Cabinet, we consulted the experts, and then make a decision. You have to make a decision. You can't just leave it open like that. But they are trying to say that although I informed the Cabinet, it is not valid. I don't know what they mean by being not valid, because they were there. These were people who are ministers, and ministers normally talk. I have had instances, I've been Prime Minister twice. I had instances where my proposal was rejected by Cabinet. Members of the Cabinet rejected it. So these people were in a position to reject my proposal, but they did not, and therefore the decision is by the Cabinet, not just by me alone. Although they seem to keep on repeating that I made the decision all by myself, and that is not true at all. And you know, this publication, a lot of these things are blanked out.
47 pages.
47 pages. See, so even this document, lots of things are hidden. I mean, it should be full document. It is something that is of interest to the public, but they issued this with this cancellation. So this paper is presented seeming to pinpoint that I was the one who was responsible. It was not me alone. It was the cabinet. But of course, they cannot very well charge the whole cabinet. So they want to charge me under criminal law. I mean, what do I gain from that? I get nothing. It is in the interest of the country that I made that decision. And I know that middle road is valuable to us and we can develop it. The points I like to make here, but to charge me as a criminal under criminal law, I have never worked for Singapore. Everybody knows that I have been very difficult with Singapore. Singapore is difficult to deal with because they keep on postponing decisions or demanding that all the problems we have with Singapore must be solved at one go. And that was not possible. So with Singapore, we should continue talking with them to get these things resolved. But as far as Pedro Branca is concerned, we have already decided to go to ICJ, and the decision of ICJ must be accepted by us.